All right. For those that joined us from yesterday, this was where we stopped in our practical line usage of Excel to perform data analysis. Remember that I've explained difference between data analysis and data analytics. So whatever you're doing Excel means you're doing data analysis, not data analytics. Analytics is where you combine the process, the tools, the frameworks, the procedures to help you perform data analysis. So when you use Excel or Power BI or SQL or Python or any other software at all that is used in data, what you're performing is data analysis. So we started from the raw data, we moved to the clean data. We talked about the analysis, which is where you perform your aggregate and summary using pivot table. This is the core of Excel. Pivot table is the core of Excel. Any training you do in data analysis and you were not taught how to use pivot table, that training is not the right training for you. When you don't touch on pivot table in Excel, that training is not the right training for you, because how will you plot your graph? How will you design your dashboard? This is where all those things happen with the pivot table. So from the analysis, we now move to the dashboard. The dashboard was where we stopped. So we'll try to complete this. So here we have our total quantity sold, and here we have our revenue generated. Now, if you look closely at this, you see I renamed it from sum of quantity to quantity sold. Now, let me redo something here. Let me recreate this. All this I'm doing now is in the previous video of yesterday's session. So I have this now. Let me just remove this old one and recreate the quantity again. Now you see that this is giving us sum of quantity. When I click and drag my column value into this values box, it is giving us sum of quantity. But I later went and double clicked here and changed it to quantity sold. Now, what was my reason to change it from sum of quantity to the quantity sold? Now, when you are trying to present your metrics or your aggregates, or you can call it a KPI, it depends on the industry where you're working with. You might hear people calling it KPI, you might hear people calling it a metrics. Sometimes they will call it a aggregates. So all these things depends on the industry where you're working or where you found yourself. So depending on the industry you're working or the particular clients you're working with, they might have different names for this single numerical value. KPI stands for key performance indicators, just a number that is used to gauge the performance of a particular company based comparing it to its targets. So that's simply what a KPI means. Just trying to understand the performance of an industry, of a company, compared to its targets. Now we have some of quantity here, but I changed it to quantity sold. But the reason for this is when you are trying to capture your metrics or your aggregate or your KPI, depending on where you're working, you don't tell your stakeholders or you don't tell your audience what you did to get the value. If you look closely here, this sum of quantity means we did a sum to get this particular value. So you don't tell your stakeholders or your audience what you did to get the value. Rather, you simply tell them what that value represents. You don't need to tell them that you used average to get this value, or you use sum to get this value, or you use count to get this value. You just simply tell them what the value represents. So if you're asked this particular value, what is it all about? You say it is what? The revenue generated, or it is a profit that was accumulated. When you're asked what is this value, you say it is the quantity sold or quantity supplied or quantity demanded. You avoid the use of sum, average, count. Those action words, you avoid the sum of, count of. Your stakeholders are not interested in what you did to get a value. They only want to know what this value represents. This value you quoted here, what is it all about? I'm seeing 10 billion here. What is it all about? I'm seeing minus 10 million. What is it all about? You say that, okay, that is the loss that we accumulated for last quarter or last year. So you don't say some of losses that was generated in the previous year. No, you just tell them what that particular numeric value represents. So I wanted to cite cite this. It's very, very important. So where anybody you see doing some of count of, they may not really understand what they're doing, and that's the truth about it. Anybody you're seeing presenting their dashboard and you're seeing some of count of, no, that is the wrong way to present your metrics. The title should always be what the value represents. So with that out of the way now, we move down to our dashboard. So we have this that we brought in into our dashboard. It's in the previous video, the way we brought it in. So this is our quantity sold. So I'll come here, I will use my text box. I'll now give this a title called quantity sold. I can increase this a bit. I'll place it here. I'll come here. This is my revenue generated. So on the insert, I will come here, choose the text box, put here revenue generated. You can increase it a bit. We place it here. Now we have our metrics and we have our summary. We have our metrics here and we have our summary. So this is our summary. This is our summary charts, and these are our metrics. Now something is missing from this dashboard, which is the title of this particular dashboard. Something is missing here, which is the title of this dashboard. How do you tell your audience or your listeners what you're doing? They're looking at a dashboard here. They're looking at graph. They're looking at these metrics. What exactly is this dashboard all about? What exactly are you doing with this dashboard? That's where you now bring in a title. On the insert text box, you can come here. You can now say Amdor analytics electronics incorporated, something like that. You can place your title here. Now you see that we are getting closer to completing a dashboard. You have the title. So once someone comes to this dashboard, they are seeing the title of this dashboard. So this dashboard is for Amdor, and it's not for any other company. This is only for Amdor Electronics. You now begin to explain the metrics and the summary chart, which comes into your data presentation. That's where you now start presenting your dashboard, what you did, what you found out, recommendations, and everything. Now, the next thing you could do is, since you see that this has grid lines, these lines here, if you want to remove it, you can just simply come to view and click on grid lines, and they are gone. Now, if you don't love a white background, you can still highlight the range where you want to place your dashboard. Now in Excel, it's recommended that you have a range where you want to place your dashboard. You have a range where your dashboard will fall in, because you can't use all the entire worksheets. So you just highlight the range where you want your charts and matrix to fall in. You can now simply come and give it a background color. So I normally love to use black. Now you see that we are gradually getting to what is called a dashboard. If I have any other charts, and I can come under here and place it. So I have Amdor, the matrix, and the summary. Now we gave our matrix this name, and I explained the reason behind writing it like this and not sum of count of. I explained the reason why we have it like this. Now, same thing for the summary. When you want to, because you know this chart is a derivative of two columns using your matrix and a categorical column, which is your text column. This chart here is a derivative of the text column, which is the region, and your matrix, which is your revenue. Now, when you want to give it a title, it always starts with revenue generated by region. So what am I trying to do here? What you do is, for your summary charts, it is always your matrix by category. For your summary chart, it is always your matrix by your category. Maybe along the line, when you start, maybe you become advanced and you become proficient. You can each company has their own set of rules on how they mention their summary, depending on the company you're working with or the industry you're working with. But for a beginner or for your starting point, this is how you name your summary chart. The aggregate by region, revenue generated by region, not the category by aggregate, region by revenue generated. No, it doesn't even make sense. It's always the matrix by category. So this is how you name your summary charts, and this is how you name your matrix. Now this begins to make a lot of sense. You can just come in and say, okay, for Amdor Electronics based in the USA, that is involved in the sales of laptops, headsets, and phones. For the year 2024, they made a total revenue of 14 billion. You put it. You know, you can now come to the quantity sold and say they sold out amount of goods for the year 2024. You now come down to the summary and start explaining the summary on what you found. So this is how you, when you want to present, you start with the matrix. You start with the matrix. First of all, you introduce the Amdor. For Amdor Electronics based in the USA, involved in the sales of phones and electronics. For the year 2025, the revenue generated was this amount after the sales of 26,260 quantity of goods. For a different region where Amdor is based, this is the revenue generated by those different regions. So this one comes in when you want to start doing your presentation. Because obviously, as an analyst, you must present to an audience. You have to learn communication skills and how to present. So with that, now if you have more charts, you can just bring it down here, and that is it for your dashboard. So if you want, maybe you don't like these colors, you want to remove this background color for this text box, you can still do it. So let me come here and change this one to the text color to white. Now I want to change this color. I'll right click there, format shape, the fill, I can say no fill. So same thing with this one. Just click on the box there, change the color to white, the text color to white, right click on that box, choose format shape, and come and choose no fill. So if you are someone that loves white colors, maybe you know that you're on a black background, so obviously your text should be white. You can come and change the colors. If you still want it to be red or any color, you should come and choose your color. Same thing applies to the charts. You right click on the charts, format chart area, you choose no fill. See that they are gone. You can give this ones color to make them stand out. You can give these ones colors to make them stand out. Now, looking at these charts, you see we have some of these labels here. Some of these labels here. Now, these are what we call chart noise. There's something we call chart noise. Noise that are embedded in a chart. Now, what are chart noise? Chart noise are just basically information on a chart that distracts the user or distracts your listeners. Now, these labels here are not really important to this chart. If I remove these labels here, I can still be able to understand what this chart is saying. This is what we mean by chart noise. Labels or information on a chart that distracts your audience from having a clear understanding of that particular visual. If I remove this here, and if I remove it, I can still understand this chart, what is doing. This total here, if I remove it, if I remove this total, I can still understand what this chart is saying. Now, if I remove this north, south, and southwest, and I see that the meaning of this chart is what is lost. I'm seeing revenue generated by region, but I'm not seeing any of the region. I'm just seeing a bar here. So which region are we talking about? So any information on your chart that distracts your user or does not add any information to that particular chart is a chart noise. So you just simply remove it. But if you remove a particular label or any variable on your chart and the meaning of that chart is lost, that means that that particular information is important to that chart. You can now bring it back. You don't need to delete it. So that is how you arrange your charts. This one is almost a class on its own. You take this is what we call principles of dashboard design. It's like a course on its own, because you need to think about color. What color is acceptable to your audience? There's some culture you present, you don't use red because red signifies something to them. There's some people you present to, you don't use pink, you don't use brown. So you understand the color choice of your audience. If you're doing for a brand, you can't be doing for a brand like Amdor that you know that their brand is green and you're now bringing in red color or another brand color into their own brand. It does not speak well of you as an analyst. That means you do not take time to understand the brand you're working for. You want to do something for Coke and you're bringing in a color from Pepsi. When you know that these two are what competitors, how will you bring something from Pepsi into Coke company? So you understand how to present all these things. These ones are under what we call principles of dashboard design. Colors, how you write your title, how you design your charts. Those ones it's like almost a class on its own. But I just give you the basics of how to think about a chart when you want to present. So all these things are and many more are covered in our full-time package program, which starts on the 25th of January. So from next week now, we are entering into the full package for our program. This bootcamp was just here to help you get started and help you answer some questions if you have any. Because most people just join a program without understanding what they are going into. The reason for our Amdor Analytics Bootcamp is just to give you a tip of the iceberg of what you should expect in our full-time program, which starts on the 25th of January. Like I've said before, it is a 5-month bootcamp program. It's a 5-month training. 3 months you do your live training. 3 months is your live training. 1 month you do your capstone projects, because you can't do training without having a project. You can't say you went through a training without having a project. Certificates now are a bit irrelevant in the industry. When you have a certificate, then you need to show practical work you did to get that certificate. But anybody can just walk into a organization, pay and get a certificate. But the projects you do will now be what will back up that certificate for you. After your 3 month training, you now stay for 1 month under guidance by your instructor and do a full 1 month project. The next month is now internship. You intern with us. So you're just like an analyst doing their first time internship. After the internship, you get a recommendation letter from the organization. So you have your certificates, you have your project, and you have a recommendation letter. So we'll still get to those ones. So that's it for a simple way to design a dashboard. There's nothing too hard here. It's just a matter of paying attention and doing it step by step. They always say Rome was not built in a day, so you don't expect to learn everything in one day. But with constant practice and regular questions to your tutor, you should be able to get better. Now, if this maybe the brand you're working for uses a green color, you can just simply change this color now to green. If the brand you're working for uses a green color, you can just simply change the color to green. Like Amdor uses a green color, you can just change this to green. All these are called principles of dashboard design. So this is just simply a way to use Excel to perform data analysis. When you're done, you can now take this worksheet here and now post online. So that's what I showed you yesterday on what our student did in Excel. Once they finish here, they will now make a screenshot of this and post it online. That is how you have built your project. So it's not only on learning, it also requires you to practice and do project, and that is why we are here. So this is the end of our talk on how to use Excel for data analysis. So do anybody have any question before I introduce you to what I promised you on the skills you need to know as an analyst and the what you need to earn analyst. So anyone has any question at all that you want to ask me? Any question before we continue? All right. So since there's no question, so this is our program. So I want to introduce you to our program for those who might be interested to purchase our program after our bootcamp ends today. So like I've already said, we are Amdoranalytics. We are involved in the training of students, whether data analytics, data science, cybersecurity, HR analytics. We are there for you. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We are not hiding. We are not anonymous. Go online, you will see us there. In case maybe you want to ask more questions, or you want to know if these people are real, they are not scammers. Most things people are always scared of scammers. Our track record speaks for us. Our students speaks for us. So this is our founder. Her name is Chinyere Chukwuka. She's our CEO here, and we are behind her, helping her to achieve the goal of Amdor, which is to train people, to give people digital skills they need for their workplace or their own personal endeavors. So why you should choose us? We have instructor-led programs, which is what I am already giving you. We have projects that you work on. Now, after the internship, you have what is called post-training support. So if you have you got an interview, we help you prepare for the interview. We help you prepare for your job offer. If you have a project that you need to do to get work, we help you do the project after you have finished your training. So we don't just finish teaching you and leave you. No, most training do that after you have paid and they've gotten your money. They will just anyhow they do you, they just teach you and leave you. We are not like that. You have my word for that. We're not like that. We give you post-training support. Also give you job recommendations, which come from our job referrals, and also giving you a job recommendation letter if you need anyone at any time. We give you mentorship sessions. So if you want a one-on-one with your instructor, we also have it during the course of the training. Let's say after Saturday, Sunday, you felt that something is bothering you and you need to clear out yourself on a particular topic that was taught during the weekend. You have a day in the week to meet your instructor one-on-one and have your questions being cleared out. Now, these are softwares that we mostly use in our bootcamp. We have Excel, which is what we have done today. We have Power BI, which is also used for visualization. We're focusing on Power BI. Like I said, if you know Power BI, you can use W, you can use Looker, you can use Metabase. They are all the same software, just differences in features and functionality, but they still operate the same. We have SQL, which is structured query language. We have GitHub. This is where you host your projects. After you have finished your projects, you host your work on GitHub. Now, this is the era of AI and the machine learning. We have ChatGPT. We teach you how to write prompts. Not everybody know how to prompt ChatGPT. You can just go there and type and it gives you answer. Yes, but there's what we call AI hallucination. AI can hallucinate, meaning it gives you a wrong answer and you think it is a right answer. So we teach you how to write effective prompts that will get you the right answer from ChatGPT, Gemini, or any other AI tool you're using. So this is our roadmap to become a proficient data analyst. So Excel, Power BI, and SQL. These are what we teach in our program. We don't skip anyone. We make sure you understand it. Now, one thing with these tools is when we are teaching Excel, we expect you to understand Excel because some of the concepts taught here carries on to the next one. So we take you hand by hand, step by step to understand concepts in a particular software before you move to the next software. For example, you can see we have data modeling here. In Excel, we also have data modeling. In SQL, it is used under entity relation diagrams. So if you don't understand this here, it may be difficult for you to grab it in Power BI or any other tool. That is why we take our time to teach our students and also clarify the difference between all these softwares. Because most persons don't know the difference between the softwares. What they know is that Power BI is there, Excel is there, SQL is there. We not only teach you the software, we also tell you when to use a particular software. You don't only use it, we tell you when to use it, when to bring it into your workflow. So this is our roadmap. We start with Excel, we head to Power BI, we talk about SQL, and we teach you ChatGPT. Now, on your own, if you feel that you need more, you can now bring in Python, but you can't just jump to Python before following Excel, Power BI, and SQL. And this is what some training providers do. They rush to bring in Python into the roadmap, which is wrong. Only Excel, Power BI, and SQL is enough for you as an analyst. So if you now need AI assistance, you can now bring in ChatGPT, which we know is what everybody is almost using. Meta is have their own, Google have their own, ChatGPT is there, now owned by Microsoft. So almost all companies is now bringing AI into their workflow. But you can't use AI if you don't understand the underlying software you're using. So AI cannot help you if you don't even know what you're doing. That's why we always keep ChatGPT at almost the end. You need to understand the software first of all before you can now start saying, okay, you want to do AI or you want to do Python. So we handle these four for you. We make sure that these four, you're well grounded in these four, starting with Excel. So I've talked about the benefits of our program, the paid program, starting on 25th of January. We give you LinkedIn optimization, Upwork optimization. If you go to our page on LinkedIn, someone may give a testimonial on how our Upwork optimization helped her get a work on Upwork. Now, Upwork is a freelance platform. So our testimonials out there, we don't hide or we don't try to force anybody to give us testimonials. Because doing that is also it's not the right way to go. So we do the work and let our work speak for us. You can still reach privately to those individuals. That's why their testimonials are there. So if you need more review, one-on-one review, reach out to them and ask them. We can't be giving out something that we are not sure that we are giving. So it goes with a 3 month live class, a 1 month capstone project. This is where we focus our attention after the live class, because you need to show what you have learned after 3 months. You need to show the world what you have learned. You need to show your manager what you have learned. So this is where we now put our time and help you have projects that you can show. After that, we'll now give you a free virtual internship for 1 month, which makes it 5 months. So we also show you some places where you can apply for jobs. Because most people who finish, they don't know where to put their jobs, they don't know where to apply for work. We also help you do that. So this is our training fee. The normal price is 400,000 in naira. That's the normal price. But because it's a new year and people are trying to find their feet and everything, we now decide to leave it at a discount of 300,000. So your first payment is 200,000, and the last payment is 100,000. So we also accept instrumental payments. It's not something that you pay outright. You start with your first payment, which is 200,000. Second payment, you pay it out at 100,000. So this is our bank account. So you can pay into this account, and you can chat this number here for proof of payments. So our admins are there, our personnel are there. Just chat anybody in the group that have the admin status. Don't listen to anybody in the group that is not with the admin status there. Anybody that has an admin in their name is from Amdoranalytics. You can reach out to them for anything that has to do with paying for your training fee. So these is our days of program. Saturdays 5 to 7, Sundays 5 to 7. Thursdays is where we have the one-on-one with your instructor. Now this time can also be adjusted. I know we left it at 9, but some of us might come back work late and we're tired 9 to 10. So depending on your schedule and also your instructor's schedule, you book your time early so the instructor will know, okay, I have this person to attend to. Because when you don't book early, it means that you're also not respecting your instructor's time. So you book your time early, either Wednesdays or Thursdays. That's where we have our one-on-one with your lecturer. Because we know that after the weekend classes, some person might not really capture in class until they go back to rewatch the video and practice again. So after you begin to practice and something begin to make sense to you, the ones that are not making sense to you requires questions to be asked. So before the next class, you have a one-on-one, a live one-on-one with your instructor. They guide you. So in this case, now you're the one sharing your own screen. You now do it practical demonstration of what you have been learning. The more you do it, that's what we call muscle memory. So you begin to build your muscle memory. Because it's not only about teaching. You also have to practicalize it, and that is where the one-on-one with your lecturer comes in during the week. So our discount is for the first 20 persons. It's not for everybody. It's for the first 20 persons. So rush to make your payments and you get our discount. After the first 20 persons, we go back to our normal price, which is 400,000 naira. So first 20 persons to come are those to be attending to our program. So our cohort starts on the 25th of January 2025. So these are some of our testimonials. Like I always said, we have testimonials to give. We are not we are not scammers. We are not anonymous, or we're not hiding behind the scene. We have our company registered with CAC. So these are some of our testimonials. On our web, I'll also show you our websites where you can go and listen to them. I know that this is a slide, so if you want to listen to them, or maybe you look out for them, I'll also show you our websites where you can go and listen for yourself and also search their names. So this is on LinkedIn. Their names are there. This is when we did our 90 days growth challenge. That was last year, last 2 years rather, in August. These are some of the testimonials that we do have. Their names are there. You can go and ask them about Amdoranalytics. These are some of the projects we built during the students' project week. These are some projects you get to learn how to build during the project week. This is using SQL Server. So our SQL class, this is how you write your SQL codes. So we take you step by step. No matter, even if you're a beginner, have not used Excel before, we'll take you step by step on how to achieve success as a data analyst. So all these are testimonials. So any person you want to reach out to, you can take up their name, go and reach out to them. I believe that when you do good work, you're not afraid to come out and show yourself, because you know your work will always speak for you. So no need coming to say too much words. There's always say that a good market sells itself. So this is our students' project and our testimonials. So that's it from my end here on our program and when it starts. So reach out to any of our personnel in the group for more information on how to start your payments. Now, I said I will show you something on the skills of a data analyst. So this is datanerd.tech. This is a globally accepted website on the skills and the country. So this is a globally accepted website, datanerd.tech. This is not a random website where you can just go search. This is a standard website that is used globally. You can see the countries here. All the countries of the world are here. Just choose your country and the skills you want. So here I will choose data analyst. Choose data analyst. So this is datanet.tech. So you see this tools that they are calling here. SQL is number one. Excel is there. Python is there. Tableau and Power BI. Now I've not choose the country yet. And when I choose Nigeria, now you see the softwares that are being predominant in Nigeria. We have SQL, we have Excel, we have Python, Tableau, and Power BI. These are the core softwares that you need to learn. So we focus on SQL, Excel, Power BI. Tableau, if you know Power BI, you know Tableau. If you know Tableau, you know Power BI. Now on the job salaries, you choose Nigeria again. Always choose your country. So if you're also based in the UK, you can also come here and check for the country you belong to currently. Now you see that the top career paths or top jobs in Nigeria here, data analyst is there. Same thing with the business analyst, which we also offering. We're also offering data science. We're also offering data engineering. So apart from software engineering, you say we're offering business analysts, data analysts, and data scientists. These are the top jobs currently in Nigeria. If you want to search, okay, let's look for UK, United Kingdom. Now these are the jobs you can find in the United Kingdom. You see that data analyst is also among the top jobs in the UK. Data engineering, of course, I know it will be top jobs in the UK. You can also look for United States if you're based in the United States. So this website is a globally accepted website to check for all these skills. So data analyst is also top among the list. So when you come to this website, you just simply search. So let's choose data analyst here. Let's choose Nigeria again, since of course it's Nigeria. So I give me what I want. So this is for those who know. This is for those who know Tableau, Excel, Power BI, or SQL. The job pay for it now that is put it in dollars because this website is based from the USA. But you can simply come here and check for the skills and country and what is obtainable in that country. So our website is Amdoranalytics. Don't make a mistake. Let me type it out. Sorry. So this is our website, Amdoranalytics.com. So to join our community, you can just put your email and phone number and can join our community. So you can come on down here and explore our courses. Our offering here this is showing that we are not anonymous, or we don't have a live presence. We do have a live presence. People know us. So for our testimonials, you can come here and listen to them. You can come here and listen to them. We have trained different persons. This is what our client says. We work with private individuals. We also work with the public individuals. It just depends on what your needs are. So you can come to our website and also access our website. So that's it from my own end here. So before we call it a night, does anyone have any question? These are our courses again. These are all our courses we offer. If you also have a friend that you want to recommend, maybe the person wants to do this analysis or data science or machine data engineering or cybersecurity, these are the courses we offer currently. You can reach out to us to help you get started. DataNet is the website you go to check for skills and what is obtainable. So you'll see that we are not just giving you tools to learn. We're giving you industry recognized software, industry recognized tools. Something that know that when you finish learning it, you have an advantage in the market. When you finish learning it, you have an advantage in the market. That's what we are giving you. And the truth is that you have well-dedicated tutors. Not only tutors, you have those who are dedicated to their jobs. If you want to see my profile, I think my profile is better I share my profile on LinkedIn. My profile is here. So this is my profile. This is my profile. So I'm also your instructor. Your instructor is also not somebody that is hidden. This is also my profile. So you're interested to know more about me and the kind of work things I post, you come down and check about me. Like I said, I'm also into data engineering. So apart from data analytics, I'm also into data engineering. So you're not learning from somebody who is a novice in the industry. Learning from someone who has done it over and over and over again and has mastered this particular career path. I have my experience down there. I have my education. I have my education down there. So you see, I posted 3 hours ago and I posted 3 days ago. Show that I am active in the industry. So these are places I have worked with. I have trained in different places. I have trained in different places as a data analytics trainer. So I'm not somebody that is new in the industry when it comes to training people in data analytics. I have done training in different organizations. I have done data engineering and other training. So you can come here and check out my profile. If you still have maybe something you want to ask me, you can come here and ask, or you can send me a DM on WhatsApp, anywhere you feel comfortable with. I am open to answering your questions. So that's all from my own end here. So I want to believe that these 3 days of meeting you and also going through this bootcamp has been really beneficial to you. For someone who is new to Excel, I want to believe that you have learned something new. That you can say that, yes, this class was beneficial to me. Also for somebody who if you've been using Excel for a long time, I want to also believe that you picked out 1 or 2 things that is new to you, or something that you know already, but you want to be sure that, yes, you reinforced your knowledge in this particular concept. So whether you're a beginner or you're someone that has been using Excel for a very long time, or you've been doing data analysis for a very long time, I want to believe that this class was beneficial to you. If you want to now learn more, because there's always room for growth, there's always room to learn more, there's always room to improve yourself. That's where you now come to join us for our live program that starts on the 25th of January. We'll take you from there for 5 months and guide you to become a proficient and confident data analyst. So that's all I have to say for tonight. Any question, please? Any question? My colleague here is here. Alfred, anything you need to say?
No, nothing at all.
Okay. All right. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I know it's not easy with your daily schedule and Divine, do you have a question?
Yes, the question I once asked, good evening, everybody. Sorry. The question I
Yeah.
once asked yesterday evening about how to use our mobile phone to practice for the program you
Okay.
just taught.
Yes, yes. Uh, so I'm a laptop actually, but if you want to use your mobile phone, office.com, office.com gives you a free version of Microsoft Office. So when you come here and sign in, you can use Office with your laptop. You can also use a Google Sheets. Google Sheets is also a good one. But you know that Google Sheets is not part of Excel. They are 2 different products, but they almost do the same thing. So Google Sheets can also serve you. But if you want to use the core of Excel online with your phone, you can use you don't need to log in. I don't want to log in here. So you can just use office.com. Just come to office.com. It has all the softwares you need. It has PowerPoint, Word, Excel, and everything you need under the office products. So simply sign up with them, or you sign in if you have an account and register. That's with your browser. Now, if you want to use the app itself, the Android app, or you're using your iPhone, I think that on the App Store of Microsoft have all those apps in the App Store. So if you search for Microsoft Excel on App Store, you should be able to see something. Now for Power BI, for Power BI, um, app dot powerbi.com. You should be able to see this. For Power BI, you can use Power BI online also. So this is what we call the Power BI service. You can see the icon is already showing up. It's what is called the Power BI service. So you can also use Power BI online with your phone. Just simply when you open your Chrome browser, you click on that three dots on your let me see if I can log in. 3 dots on your browser, and you choose desktop mode or desktop something there. It will convert your phone screen to a desktop mode, so that it will like trick your phone to think that it is on desktop. You can now come and work with Power BI online. So this is where you can work with Power BI online. So these are some of the let me open this so you can see. So these are some of the visuals that was done with Power BI. These are some visuals that was done with Power BI. This was done by my students. I just guided them, and they did this in Power BI. So if you still want to do something like this, I really love what is being done here, you join our live program. This is just a digital skills training that was done. We decided to run an analysis on it to understand how students enjoy the course, their rating, and every other thing involved in the digital skills training. So this is what was done using Power BI. So for Office, you simply use office.com. For Power BI, you use app.powerbi.com. For Office also, the app, you go to App Store, search for Excel. You will see something that you can use. I hope that's clear.
Yes, very much clear. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Any other question? Any other concern? All right. I want to believe that the class again was of value to you. So our bootcamp ends today. So if you need access to the recording, the instruction on how to get it are in the group chat there. Chat with any of the admin in your group. Don't chat with anybody that's not an admin of that group, because there are scammers in that group. So chat with only admins, and they will guide you to access the recording, or also to register for the program, which is a live program.
Good evening, Mr. Ifine.
Yes, ma'am.
You said we could book one-to-one with tutor on Wednesday or Thursday, and the earlier the best, kind of. So now, if I'm going to be having an hour with you and your students are 10, are you going to do it on Tuesday and Wednesday, on Wednesday and Thursday, between 9 and 10? So I want to ask, that leads to my question. The question is, how many students are you supposed to have in your class at once, so they'll be able to give us good service, kind of?
All right. Okay. For now, I'm yet to be briefed on the number of students I have. Though I know people have registered, but we are yet to start the program. I'm yet to be briefed there. Now, you know that even though you have there's a one-on-one for the tutors and the students, not everyone will book. Let's say we are 10 now. Not all those 10 will book. Some person might understand what was taught in class that week and decide not to book. But if we found that, that's why I said Wednesday, Thursdays. So if we find out that there are many people for a particular day, we can decide to shift it to the next day. So if, let's say, out of that 10, 6 persons booked for one-on-one, so it means that we can't have everybody on the same day. So we can now share it between the 2 days.
Okay. Then another question. Nigerian 5 p.m. is our own 4 p.m. and 4 p.m. seems not to be convenient. I don't know. Is there any consideration?
All right. I don't have an answer to that now. I will speak to management. We have to go in, and that's why
because I spoke with the guy. I spoke with one of the admin members. I think the one in charge of registration and all of that, and he told me 7 to 9. Was it 7 to 9? 7, 8, 9. I think it's 7 to 10 also. And then he did say that they're trying to push up the time. And I know you mentioned it yesterday. well, pushing it up all the way to, because our time with the UK, Nigeria and UK time now is different.
Different, yes.
So if sometimes it comes back to the same timing, you understand? So it would have been nice if they can just help us to consider probably 6 o'clock Nigeria time. So it will be around 5 p.m.
Okay.
Returning from work, we're supposed to have settled. On Saturday, even if we have any activity, I expect us to be able to factor in our class for evening. But because I do a program every Sunday at 4 p.m. in this UK. So the time, I'm very sure I'll be able to cope with Sunday
All right.
time.
Your concern is well noted. Like I said, I will have to take your concern back to management. So we'll sit on it and then discuss. But you'll get a feedback. That one is sure. Feedback will be posted in the group. That one is sure. So I'll take your concern back to management. For now, I don't have any answer for that. I'm not among those that are setting the course in the group. But note that your concern is well noted, and I will take your concern to the appropriate person that will address it. All right. Any other question, please, or concern about our program? Something that is not clear to you about our program that you want to talk about or want to ask question on? Okay. In the absence of any other question, we call it a night. Thank you, everyone, for coming out for the final day of our bootcamp.